Hello, everyone. Tonight is Monday, and we are going to be diving into the topic about value ladders. If you guys are new here to the Savvy Social Media and Online Business Strategy Group, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. My name is Nicole Stanton. I'm a social media coach and strategist, and I love teaching how you can leverage social media as an integral part in your overall marketing strategy so that you can increase your impact, increase your income, do all the things and do it without so much overwhelm. So tonight, when we talk about your value ladder, we are going to talk about how you may actually be leaving money on the table. So if you have a friend who needs to hear this conversation, make sure that you invite them to the group and bring them over here so that they can hear this, because I do not want you leaving that money on the table. I want to make sure that your people, your audience, feels like they are served and that you are making money, right? So as you guys are popping on, say hello. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're here via replay, and let's dive in. I do have some fun announcements to share with you guys if you did not catch last week, but I will do that here in just a moment. So let me first kind of talk through, actually, I will pull up the graphic. I'm looking over here on my external monitor. I'm going to pull up the graphic that I shared in the group just the other day, because I think it is a really powerful one to share. So let me pull that up here on the screen. If you're on, say hello. I would love to see you. All right, so your value ladder is simply an opportunity for you to serve your clients, serve your audience, serve your potential customers. Where is it? Here we go. Serve them where they are. All right. So I don't know if I can make this screen any bigger, but you guys get the picture. So here you have, the value goes up and the price goes up as well. So with a value ladder, and I will draw this out here in a minute, you typically see that there's something on the free end, something that is a little bit more completely DIY on the consumer's end, something that might have a little bit of a hybrid where some of it's DIY, some of it has direct involvement from you. And then it gets, as you get further up the ladder, your price increases because the overall value increases. What they're going to get out of it increases as well. So we're going to be diving into that. I will share again in just a moment. But for now, let me just pop back on the screen. So first off, let me preface this with, this is a great opportunity for coaches, for those of you that are in a service industry. Not quite the way that we see it on the screen that I just showed you with affiliate marketing, network marketing, but if you have any business, you still need to have some form of a value ladder, some form of ascension, some form of finding that you can serve them where the gap is. So if that's you, stick around, make sure that you're here. Again, tag a friend if they need to hear this conversation. So the value ladder, like I said before, it typically starts with your entry level. So this is going to be your lead magnets, your challenges, your boot camps, your opt-ins, your Facebook lives, your whatever it is where you're saying, here is my information. You are attracting people who want to raise their hand and listen to, read, watch, whatever it may be, what you have to say for free. Right now, I am doing that exact same thing. So I'm going to walk you through my value ladder as we're going through this situation. So my value ladder starts right now with the algorithm PDF. And if you don't already have it, make sure that you get it. I did put the link up at the top of this description here, but the algorithm PDF is, there's an email flow. We can talk all about that in the inner circle if you want to jump on in with us there. The value ladder is going to be, I think I can draw on this screen here. I know I can draw on my regular board. Bear with me because it's not going to be perfect here, okay? So this is your free. I think I can do a text box. Maybe not. Free. It's not beautiful, but you get the point. So my PDF is free. I can talk to people in this group. I can talk to people in other Facebook groups. I can put it as my Instagram, your call to action on Instagram, call to action on Clubhouse, all of those things. I can talk about it. And I did on my Facebook Live last week on my personal profile. I can do it in stories. I can do all the things, right? So I am saying, I have this resource. Do you want this resource? Come and get it. There's no obligation for them to go anywhere on that ladder. They can come in here, get the free content, be done, right? Same thing with this group. You can come into this group, you can learn from me, and never pay me a dime, and you're fine. That is part of the value ladder, right? There is value being offered to those who want it for free. Then, on top of that, now this is a great way, just throwing this out there, this is a great way to grow your lead. So if you're sitting there going, I don't really know how to get more people in front of my business, what can you give them for free? What can you give them that will start your value ladder off down here, that it's non-committal, it's not anything that they really have to think hard about. Usually you're just swapping an email address for whatever it is, okay? A Facebook group is another way that you could have free content, right? So I think I mentioned that. On top of that, you can have your small little bitty offer. So I have a $9 content bundle. I used to do the monthly content, and now that's being folded into the inner circle, which I will talk about here in a minute. But right now, when you go grab this freebie, it's going to ask you, hey, do you want over 200 content posts? Over 100 of them are engaging posts. It gives you educational posts. It gives you empowering posts. It gives you humor posts, those kinds of things. It talks about how you can structure your week and what are some of the themes that you can use. All of that for $9. Do you want it? Right? You spend more on lunch. So it's easy. It's kind of a no-brainer, but it's going to help you sort through the freebie seekers from the people who are a little bit more serious and are more likely to be your buyers. So I have a $9 offer. When you do that, you can also opt in, if you would like, to the $27 upsell, which is my Facebook and Instagram stories workshop. I do have a few other workshops that I've held over the past year. I think I have a dog or a kid coming in. A dog, we're good. Those are 37, right? So like in the grand scheme of running your business, that is really like, it's chump change, it's pennies compared to the kinds of things that you're going to do to run your business. So you can see now, as the picture showed, this is the price. Price is going up. This is the value. Sorry, you're going to have to deal with pen writing right here. I thought I had a text box and I can't find it. So my value goes up. Is there a whole lot more value in getting 200 posts or getting a 90-minute workshop on how to leverage stories to build your business than to read a 10-page document? Yeah, there sure is. And that's worth it, right? So the value goes up. So they're going a step up the value ladder. And as you're doing this, think through when we went through the Roadmap to Social Profits Bootcamp. If you guys were here for that, we did the targeting, right? So you have this massive audience and then you're shrinking it down and you're shrinking it down and you're shrinking it down. This is a way for you to shrink it down. Now, one thing that I have recently folded in because I saw a need is the Inner Circle membership. And I will share a little bit more about that, but let me just kind of show you where that fits in right here. So right now, it is a $57 a month membership. It is 2 Q&A calls with me, which is amazing because you can bring your questions about the value ladder, or about stories, or about anything that I've trained on in this group, or anything that you have questions about. Just bring them to me, and that's a chance for you to be face-to-face with me, ask your questions, and not pay the high ticket price of having one-on-one time with me or the academy, right? So $57 a month, this is my Inner Circle. Right now, I do have a few more founder spots. If that's something that sounds like an interest of yours, you can lock in. This is so hard to write, guys. You can lock that in for $47 a month for as long as you stay a member, and you're good to go. Just as a launching price, like, hey, let's do this together kind of thing. But do you see how having FaceTime with me, the value of that is drastically higher than getting a document that you read through, or getting a work shop that's recorded where there's not a lot of dialogue. You can't just like pause and ask me a question. You can listen, you can pause and take notes, but you're not asking me questions. You're not getting the support in the implementation. So the value goes up, the price goes up. I'm getting more and more select from my big audience, casting a wide net, smaller, smaller, smaller. Then I have It's currently $367 a month. It will likely go up to $397 a month just because they're going to have access to this for free, plus a few other things that I'm folding in. But this is my academy. So if you guys hear me say the academy, this is Social Profit Academy. This is so hard to write. You got it. Okay, academy. This is like the whole kit and caboodle. They've got worksheets. They've got templates. They have swipe files. They have 10 different modules of videos. They have step by step. They have weekly Q&A calls that they can come to me and say, okay, I was watching this video and I'm not sure how to do this. Or they can post in the group, and at any point in time, I answered a question last night at midnight. I was still up and I saw it come through, and I realized that I probably would not see the notification again. So I answered it when I saw it, right? So they're getting a lot more time from me, one-on-one interaction. Value goes up, price goes up, right? Is everybody going to be a fit here? No, certainly not everybody who came in here. But am I going to find people along the way? Yes. You need to do the same thing in your business. You need to figure out where are your gaps. So recently, this is new. I just announced this last week. I went from, well, you can buy my, my workshops, or you can do high touch 6 months of group coaching with me. You can't see my hand, right? Like there's nothing in between. I know that there are several of you that need that in between spot. So I created something to fill the gap. And like I said in the email that I sent out yesterday, if you're leaving a gap in your value letter, people can't get from here to there without taking that massive step. Not only are you leaving money on the table, but more importantly, you're not serving the people who may eventually step up that ladder. They may eventually progress and do more with you, but they're not ready yet. So what can you do to serve people? So make sure you have that ladder in place. So again, the Inner Circle, we are going to do 2 monthly calls. Our first one is on Thursday. So if you would like to be part of that, the link to join is in the comments above. But it's direct, like face-to-face time, which is so fun. And I love the dialogue. I love teaching. So the academy here. Then I have also added on to my website that I will be doing very few, but some one-on-one coaching. So this will be like a 3-month package with bi-weekly Zoom calls and like what is it that you need? What is it that your business needs? Let's get nitty gritty, picky, right? That, of course, is going to be, plus they get access to all of these things. So they're getting all of this plus additional time one-on-one with me. If you're doing anything one-on-one with people, you need to think about the value of your time and what that hour or that 2 hours or whatever it will be, what you can create for your business that can generate revenue, and what is that worth? So if I could create another workshop, if I could create another, email flow, whatever it may be, what is that time worth to me in my business? So you need to think through this value ladder. But here's the thing, guys. When you know, okay, some people are going to come in here. Right now, I think in a week, I've had about 60 people come here. And one of the things I mentioned in my email yesterday, which, by the way, if you're not on the email list, message me and we'll get you on the email list. But one of the things I mentioned is that business is just math. Business is numbers. And if you start to know your numbers, you can start to know what to expect from revenue in your business. Now, let me ask you, I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly what my conversions are right now, but let's just roll with some specifics. It's been a week. I need to let it ride. But let's say 100 people join and grab the freebie. And maybe of the 100 people, 10 of them are going to do the $9 offer. And then, 3 of them do the $27 bump. And then they're getting emails that talk about this. And then maybe of those 100 people, maybe 2 or 3 of them come in here. 2%, 3%, 10%. So let me scratch this out. And let's go back to 100 here. So if I have 100 people and I know 2%, of course, this will come with time. You start to know your numbers, right? If I know 2% of people will do this, or 3% will do this, or 10% will do this, or whatever it may be, when I put 100 people in here, guess what? I just need some more people to do this. If I get 1,000 people, well, now this is 100, 30, 20. If I get 10,000 people, right? Like you see how 1,000, 300, 200. over the course of time, you see how that can scale. And then when you have all of the steps in place, you have a way to serve those people. You're not going to leave the money on the table. So how could this work with something like network marketing or affiliate marketing? It's not quite the same because you're not offering services. So let's talk through that. Well, let's say you have product A. Okay, someone says that they're interested in product A. It's a concept of, would you like fries with that? If you go to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or whatever, I mean, at this point, most people just buy the meals as it is, but let's say you go in and you just want a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. They're going to ask you, would you like fries with that? Would you like a cookie with that? Would you like this? Would you like that? Right? So they're giving you additional options. So you could have the sandwich and a drink. You could have the sandwich and a drink and fries. You could have, whoops, I don't know why that turned into a 0, but it liked a 0. You could have a sandwich, a drink, and fries. Let's make that a C, and a cookie, right? So there's so many different variations, but they're going to ask. If they don't ask, you're not going to buy in most cases. So it's common training in situations like that they're going to ask. You know, if you're at the grocery store, would you like to donate $1 to such and such charity? Would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? Right? So this is how you could set that up in a network marketing or an affiliate marketing setup. Hey, you're coming to me, for instance, the sleep that I always mention to you guys as my example because I keep it on my desk. Okay, you're coming to me for sleep. Great. While we're at it, are you interested in giving yourself a strong foundation for your nutrition? Because we can talk about that too. That's something I recommend to every single person. I think that you should have that. Yes, you need to sleep well, but you need all the nutrients and vitamins and get the bloat to go away, all of the things. I'm going to recommend an add-on. You could have, and maybe if you're with a network marketing company, maybe you have a company bundle where someone comes to you for one thing and you're like, okay, great, we can buy this solo, or you can save a little bit of money if you want to grab this, this, and this, you save $100. Are you interested in that, right? So it's not quite the same concept, but the thing is, there are going to be some people who want here, right? There are going to be some people who are more comfortable a little bit. They want to test the water. They're going to tiptoe. And then there are going to be some people that are like, no, give me the whole kit and caboodle, the whole shebang. Let's do it. Another thing with the value ladder that I didn't mention yet, and sorry this is so messy, but let me see if I can pick a different color here. Here's the difference in kind of how it plays out. This is a lot more of their time. Okay, so their time. It's more DIY for them. As you go further up, so that's going to be DIY. This is well, this one's not DIY. Let me redo that one. That one's not. Oh, yay, we get both of them. How about you guys both go to bed? Okay, I'll come check on you in a minute. So this one is DIY, right? You're going to consume the content by yourself. That's it. I could scale that like crazy. I could have 10,000 PDFs go out in one day, right? There's no time commitment from me. On the flip side, this is very heavy on my time. Okay, so as you go up your ladder, this is less scalable, but more profitable. This is more scalable, less profitable. So you have to make sure that you have the whole gamut there because you want to serve people where they are, but then you also want to balance. If I said, okay, I'm only taking one-on-one clients, right? There are a ton of you guys in here that would never, ever, ever get to experience the awesomeness of coaching with Nicole because you won't be able to. And I want to help you, right? So I need to make sure I have all these things. But also on the flip side, I only have so many hours in a day. So this is where the academy or something like that, where, hey, go watch your videos, go through the modules, go through the worksheets, bring your questions to me. Let's dialogue. Let's talk it out. I'm going to work through it. That's a one-to-many model. So it's like, the group coaching, they call it one-to-many because you are working with a bunch of people at the same time. So you're leveraging your time. So the whole point of what I'm saying tonight is that I want you to go through and map out what is your value ladder? What do you have in place in your business so that you can serve people who aren't ready to pay you any money? And there are going to be a lot of them, and there are going to be a lot of them who never take another step up that ladder. What do you have for the people who say, I don't have a whole lot of time, I want done for you? Or I don't have, a whole lot of time to waste on group coaching calls, listening to other people. I just want you and me. Let's do it together. What do you have for those people? And then what do you have laid out for everybody in between so that you can fit the needs of your audience, so that you can serve them? What do we talk about in the Roadmap to Social Profits? When you serve more, you sell more, and you make more money, that's the whole goal here. So I don't want you leaving money on the table. I want to hear from you guys this week. Post in the group or comment in the comments below. Let me know, what is your roadmap? What is your value ladder? Because I want to hear, number one, that you have something in place. And if you don't, let's talk about it. Number two, I guess that's a three. Number two, I want to figure out with you, is there a place where you could be just like I did? Hey, there's a gap here. I need to put something else in place so that I can help people get from here to here if they're ready for that. But also so I can just fit the need of those people. Maybe their need is not up here. Maybe they want more than down here. I need to fit that need. I need to serve that gap that I had in my ladder. So just as a reminder, freebie down here, the algorithm PDF is out. You can grab it in the link above. It will take you to a page that says, hey, do you want 200 content things on a Trello board? It's $9. You should grab that, right? And then if you want to grab the stories workshop, it's $10 off when you bundle that together. If you want to do the inner circle, which is 2 times a month, calls with me. It's no contract, no obligation, cancel anytime, all the things, right? Just come hang out and let's chat. $57 a month. Guys, that's a steal. It's so good and it's so much fun, and we're going to be a really fun little tight-knit community, and you're going to get a lot of questions and a lot of value out of that time. Okay? You go up and you go up and you go up. So, question for you as we round this out is I want to hear, what is your value ladder? What do you have in place? And do you have a gap? And if you do, how can you fill that gap? How can you serve those people? How can you get yourself in their space? How can you fill their needs, solve their problems, and in doing so, make more money? Cool. All right. You guys have a great week. I'm super excited, Inner Circle people, for Thursday's call. And my Academy students, if you guys are watching this, you get access to that as well. So I'm so pumped about that. You guys have a great week. I will see you in the group. If you have any questions, please let me know. Invite friends who need to hear this, who need to see this, because I guarantee most of you who catch this video are leaving some money on the table because you're not serving the needs and you don't have a step for every single little, little need, little problem, if that makes sense. All right, that's all I've got for you guys. I'm going to go deal with my 2 kids who are both still awake, and I will talk to you later. Good night, everyone.